See that smile? I get it from my mom.
Girl, I see that you want it. Driving me crazy with that fire in your eyes. Oh, but try to ignore it. Part of me wants to see you read between the lines. And all of the back and forth, the signals intertwine. Baby, won't you take your time with love me, love me. Your heart be falling right into mine. I don't want the rush to get the best of me, best of me. Just know that's all I'm asking for. Don't you come with Casanova? See if I'm into me. Trying to get to know ya. We can take the time, come and show me. Send the air aroma. I don't wanna try to make you rush. Call me Casanova. Just want you to love me.
For this, isn't it crazy how the stars have fallen aligned? Oh, yeah. But can I be honest? I'm so afraid to fall too deep or float too high. Cause all of this chemistry, it caught me by surprise. Baby, won't you take your time with love me, love me. I promise, boy, that we'll be alright. I don't want the rush to get the best of me, best of me. It just makes me want you more and more.
Call me Casanova. See if I'm into me. Trying to get to know ya. We can take the time, come and show me. Send the air aroma. I don't wanna try to make you rush. Call me Casanova. Just want you to love me. I want you standing right here next to me. No other way, that's how it's supposed to be. We've been going over time, I'm hoping I'ma leave all the doors wide open, oh yeah. But you wanna turn and walk away, go talk to me. That's all I wanna. Call me Casanova. I'll give you the promise of love. Trying to get to know ya. I can give you the word, I can give you the word. Send the air aroma. Cause I don't wanna have to watch you go. Call me Casanova. Just want you to love me. Don't fight, don't fight. See if I'm into me. Don't fight, just give it up. We can take our time, come and show me. Don't fight, don't fight. I don't wanna try to make you right. Don't fight, just give it up. Just want you to love me.
Hey, everybody. It is Tea Talk with your girl. It is hump day, y'all. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Time to get over the hump. The weekend is on a rise, baby. The weekend is coming. Yes. Thank you for the mic check. Diamond Diva, Regina Phillips, Tea Talk member, Lady Mods. Thank you so much. Welcome to the chat, everybody who's in the chat. Shout out to the members. They show up in green. Don't be so mean. G Tina in the house. Hey girl. Hey. Talk member, Lady Mars. Shout out to all the Mars of the channel. Hey y'all. It's Wednesday. I get a little excited when we get to Wednesday because baby, I know then it's Friday coming. And this weekend, y'all, we got Chrisean Rock. She gonna be doing her fight this weekend. And let's see how she like it. Let's see if she gonna want to come back. Let's see how this pan out. Okay, let's see. But I'll be there now. Thanks to Pam. Y'all shout out to Pam. Cause yeah, I had the tickets had sold out when I had finally decided to take the plunge. They was gone. And then of course some guy online was like he got 2 tickets, but I mean, I don't know this guy and I don't, I didn't want to do that. So I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So anyway, we got the tickets and we going to the fight this Saturday, me and my son. So I'm sure I'll be going live. The fight is only 3 minutes. So I mean 3 minutes, 3 rounds. I think a minute and a half a round, something like that. So it's not a long fight. It's an amateur fight. Amateurs start with just a few rounds and a few, less time than what the pros fight. Now I see the pros, they going longer now. I see they going 3 minutes now. That's a long time. People don't realize, but you can do a lot in a minute. You can do a lot in 2 minutes. So I mean, shoot, uh, 3 minutes is a long time to be in a fight. I think it's a long time. I think 2 minutes was good. And yeah, I think that 2 minutes is good. I think 3 minutes and that's just too much on the body. That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor or no shit like that, but I just 3 minutes is a long time. Shit. No. Put a time on for 3 minutes and go do some stuff, but you got to do it. Now you can't just be like, okay, what I'm gonna do? You got to have some stuff. Do some stuff and see how much you can do in 3 minutes. That's a lot of time, y'all, to be in some damn boxing ring. But hey, they changed it. That's the rules. That's what they doing now. So hey, that's what's happening. But Krishan will only be in the ring for a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, and it's 3 rounds. 3 rounds for a minute and 30 seconds. I hate seeing the Jeep behind me. Anyway, yep, that's what it is. It's a minute and 30 seconds. So that's what we're going to be doing this weekend. And she made weight, y'all. I don't know, this week earlier, we saw her. She was crying and, she was having a hard time because she didn't think she was going to make weight. Or, but not even that she didn't think. It was hard getting there. It was hard for her. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But we got some Clarissa shells and Papoose because, sometimes I get around. And something might come up and you be like, oh shit, wait, that's not what you said last time. That's not what you said last time. So even though I've been saying this forever, since I seen that Drink Champs, when he first told the story about how he and Clarissa Shields met Papoose, I told y'all then, I said, he marked her. He saw her a mile away. And guess what else? He's a fan of hers. So this is the thing that people got to realize. He said he's been a fan of boxing forever. Forever, y'all. He loved boxing. Oh, I thought I had put that man up. He loved boxing. Shout out to the mods and those looking out. He said he loved boxing. He'd been a fan of boxing forever, y'all. Forever. So that means you knew her story. That means you knew that both of her parents were in the streets, in the D with the rugs. They all was out, both of them was out there with the D with the rugs. You knew she had been, maybe violated as a child. So you already knew that this young lady probably was going to be suffering with low self-esteem. You knew she had nobody in her corner because you watched that. So, in my opinion, you preyed on this young lady. Number one, you 48 years old. She only 30. What the fuck do y'all got in common? What do y'all got in common? Okay, so we're going to talk about it this morning. But also, we're going to talk about, I think Papoose wrote her a song. Now, somebody call me crazy, but I think Papoose wrote Clarissa a song. See, we all been waiting for him to come back at Remy, but he was in the booth writing Clarissa a song. She wrote him a song, so he said he had to write her a song. Only thing is, he doesn't mention her. That's how they do him and her. They don't mention. That's why Remy put it in the song. Don't at me and mention my name. But they don't mention names, so we already know how it is her and Pap. They speak in subs. So I believe he wrote her a song. He been in a booth and he wrote her a song. So now y'all can stop saying that she wrote him a song and he didn't write her none, because he did. And we're going to listen to it this morning. Yeah, I think it's perfect. I mean, he did a good job with describing this lady and everything. He really did. Now, he didn't mention her name, y'all. But I'm telling y'all, he wrote this song this for her. You know how she say, I wrote this song for you. Yeah, he did the same thing. He wrote a song for her. Yeah, y'all, he did it. So now I need y'all to put out the word now. Stop saying that Papoose didn't write this girl no song because he did. All right, and we're gonna listen to it this morning. All right. Then before we get into the Clarissa and the Papoose of it all, I saw something that made me laugh. And I love this. It's Eric Benét, y'all. But what I'm trying to say is I think I might have played this thing an unhealthy amount of times and laughing at it because this is so how I feel. This is so how I feel. Emphasis on so how I feel. This is how I feel, y'all. Okay. Said, oh, we gonna hear it, G Tina. He wrote a song just for her. I was so proud of him. I said, damn, he finally did it. But let's get into Eric because Eric had me and my baby Eric had me cackling this morning before I got in my shower. I was like, oh my God, this man was funny. And it ain't long, so you gotta be ready. Here we go.
It has come to my attention that some of my family members have taken issue with how exuberantly I use profane vernacular on my social media platforms. In other words, they are embarrassed by how much I cuss on this shit. To this, I say, accept me as I am. Only then can we discover each other. In other words, fuck off and just unfollow my shit, motherfucker. Lovingly, but emphasis on the motherfucker.
What else you got? Do you really think?
Baby, the way the fuck I hollered, that man said emphasis on the motherfucker. Baby, I had to play that thing I don't know how many times. It was unhealthy this morning. And I was in there laughing to myself. Because I told y'all somebody had just recently came to me and was like, I had followed your channel, but you cuss too much. I was like, motherfucker, that's not the airport. The fuck is you in here announcing that you leaving for? Take off. That means you don't know me in real life. Because I cuss. What the hell? It's a cuss word. It ain't hurting nobody. When did a cuss word ever hurt somebody? For real. But if you don't like profanity, like he said, unfollow, motherfucker, and emphasis on the motherfucker. Baby, the way I hollered when he said that, I swear I said, I need to make a shirt, emphasis on the motherfucker. Yep, I did. I was hollering this morning, y'all. That shit had me tickled pink. I ain't gonna lie. I said, yeah, I'm gonna put this on my Facebook too. Unfollow me then. Shit. Anybody else you come over here? Woo-hoo-hoo. Baby, I'm telling you, that shit was unhealthy this morning, the way I kept watching that shit. So anyway, I told you I'm a little baby, my little niece. She made weight, y'all. She made weight. So she let us know she made. I try to play videos from right here every time it's gonna tell me no.
So, I weighed in at 166. Actually working out real bad. I mean, real good. It was immaculate. Look, we're doing another transparency post. Great. Hi, this is my this is my nephew Terrence.
So she made weight, y'all. She ready for the fight. She seemed pretty calm. She don't seem too upset or anything like that. So I'm happy for her that she's back to a good space. She had gotten overwhelmed, and it could have been with all the media press and then all this. She might feel a lot more pressure with the eyes on her. I don't know, but she did get a little off. Not too long after the media workout. And so shout out to Krishan. We rooting for you, girl. I'm gonna be there. I told you what I want. I already told you. I already told you what I want, Krishan. I think you can do it. I think you can knock out. Knock out. Knock out. Now, Clarissa Shields was over there sharing Krishan the other day on her channel. Love you, Krishan. Whatever, whatever. But you know, I to Krishan Rock, I say this: if your team is telling you to be leery of her, be leery. Be leery. If it ever wasn't a time not to listen to your team, this one ain't it. Listen to your team. Be leery of her. Okay, stay away from her. She don't even fit your lifestyle. She don't fit your lifestyle at all. Okay, she is a mistress and you are a Christian woman trying to stay on the right path. So right now y'all don't fit in the same box. Leave her outside over there somewhere. Matter of fact, I don't even think Tommy fit in the box that you in right now. So I don't even know why y'all got Tommy uh 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 uh, uh doing this after party. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I don't know why y'all got Tommy doing this after party because Tommy ain't changed a bit. Tommy is still that baddie, badder than bad. I just seen a clip of her cussing somebody out over some goddamn wigs. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she mad about her wigs because she trying to wear them wigs up there on Saturday night. Chat. I don't know. But what I do know is that I don't think you and Tommy fit in the same box no more. Sometimes it's all right to let people go when you're trying to go in a different direction. But hey, that's I ain't want to gossip. You ain't heard it from me, but I damn sure did. I cut a lot of people off when I was trying to do something different. Sometimes you do have to cut people off. But at any rate, let's keep going because y'all know these wheels don't stop. Now I told y'all that Papoose wrote Clarissa Shields a song. I told y'all. I knew it wasn't gonna take long. See why we was all waiting for him to come back and diss Remy Ma? He was hard at work in the booth writing his woman a song. So shout out to Papoose this morning for writing Clarissa a song because she did write him one. So it's only fair that he wrote her one too. Let's listen to the song, y'all. It's really cute.
You in a room full of people, you won't feel so alone. Cause everybody's head won't be buried in their phones. Record stores can reopen, a stream dub it. When you buy an album, you can actually touch it. Go to the movie theater, enjoy the best flicks instead of depreciation on Netflix. Nah, I ain't stuck in the past. Put on your seatbelt. Imagine if the internet crashed. You would have to go back to being yourself instead of trying to be somebody else. Instead of just talking, rappers will put their thoughts into bars. No more GoFundMe, go find a job. Some people will no longer be celebrities. No more Facebook beef, less enemies. Pop Smoke will probably still be with us, cause they wouldn't have seen his location on social media. Even if it's just for a day, how would the world be if they took the internet away? Yo, when you in a room full of people, you won't.
Y'all, tell me he ain't talking to Clarissa. Tell me he ain't talking to Clarissa. Y'all, who else he talking to? If you put that, if the internet crash, you got to go back to being yourself. Y'all, who else he talking to? Y'all don't think that song for Clarissa? That man wrote a song for his woman. He did. Then y'all tell me that ain't her. They said that's the best he can do. You said that's the best he can do? Hey, who is that? Janetta. That's why he never charted, baby. Yeah, because, yes, that's the best he can do. I'm done with your ass. Yes, that's the best he could do. Please take the internet away. What he say? If you take the internet away, you're gonna have to go back to being yourself, right? Y'all know that man was talking to her because he's sick of her and that goddamn internet. He's sick of it. He is sick of her and that damn internet. I'm telling y'all, he is. That's why the fuck he home. Again, already. Already, he gone again. You by yourself eating out again? He gone again. Just that quick. He just got there. He was gone for 20-some days. He just got there. So you're not somebody that he want to be around, honey. You're not. And even if that man working 9 to 5 with the money y'all making, he could take a red eye every Friday and every Sunday back home. Huh? Whack as fuck. But if it applied to her, it applied to her. Oh yeah, it did. Y'all know it did. That internet shit he's talking about. That's Clarissa. The Facebook beef, who she beefing with? Her cousin. They beefing on Facebook. Oh, listen, you had to listen. He talking about Clarissa. He wrote her a song. I'm telling y'all. He just didn't put that part on there. I wrote this song for you. He didn't put that part on there, y'all. He did not put that part on there. But I'm telling y'all, this is what it is, a tribute to Clarissa Shields. So yeah, he finally did it. They said play it again. Hold on. He said he didn't put the part. Wrote this song for you.
You in a room full of people, you won't feel so alone. Cause everybody's head won't be buried in their phones. Record stores can reopen, a stream dub it. When you buy an album, you can actually touch it. Go to the movie theater, enjoy the best flicks instead of depreciation on Netflix. Nah, I ain't stuck in the past. Put on your seatbelt. Imagine if the internet crashed. You would have to go back to being yourself instead of trying to be somebody else. Instead of just talking, rappers will put their thoughts into bars. No more GoFundMe. Go find a job. Some people will no longer be celebrities. No more Facebook beef. Less enemies. Pop Smoke will probably still be with us, cause they wouldn't have seen his location on social media. Even if it's just for a day, how would the world be if they took the internet away? Yo, when you in a room full of people, you
There it goes. She gonna have to learn to be herself and not try to be somebody else. Remy trying to be Remy all the time. Yeah, he was talking to her. Facebook beef, trying to be somebody else. You're not yourself. You won't be a celebrity no more if they take the internet away. Y'all remember when we didn't even know her? We didn't know her like that. If you wasn't no boxing fan, you did not know no Clarissa Shields. So if they took the internet away, baby, we wouldn't even know her. She wouldn't be the celebrity that she is no more. She wouldn't be viral. If she didn't go over there and sleep with that lady husband, we wouldn't even know her. We wouldn't even know her like that. I heard her name in my house, but I never was into ladies boxing once Ali quit. When she quit, I quit. When she quit, I quit. And when Roy Jones retired, I stopped watching men boxing too. Because I used to just like watching him in the ring, baby, with that shirt off. Good God Almighty. I said, Lord have mercy. Boy, come over here. Let me wipe that sweat off you. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that song is for Clarissa. He just, threw some other shit in there. He didn't want to be too lovey-dovey. He trying to stay cool. He trying to keep his cool points. Plus, he a rapper, so he had to put some other stuff in there because it wasn't a diss track, so he couldn't diss of the whole track. He just, had to put some other stuff to make it sound right. But that song was to Clarissa, y'all. So now don't y'all go there and tell nobody else that Papoose ain't never wrote that gal no song because y'all heard it over here at T-Talk with your girl, okay? So let the people know Papoose wrote his woman a song. He loved her too. Yeah, but he wanted to get the fuck off that internet though. Yeah, he wanted her to get off that internet. Okay? That's what he want. He want her off the internet, y'all, off the internet. Okay, that's basically what he was saying in a nutshell. You need to get off that internet. Now, before we get to all the lies and things, I want to take y'all back to the other day. Remember the other day we said over here on that Twitter account, but she went over there on that Twitter account and she called herself saying, all beef aside, she know what it is to fight in the ring. She know what it is. She not, you know, Shadeja. She wants Shadeja, prayers for Shadeja. Y'all remember all that shit, right? Yeah, y'all remember. Well, Clarissa, I'm confused because if you felt like this and it was really you really meant that shit and it was coming from your heart, then I'm trying to figure out why then you would post a woman saying that she enjoyed what you were saying over there about those women and that she thought it was funny. Why would you then go repost that? If you were genuine and you meant what you said, you wouldn't repost that shit. But you reposted it because you didn't mean this. You didn't mean none of this what you saying. You didn't mean none of this, what you saying right here, Clarissa. Because if you did, then you would not have reposted that white lady talking about she thought you was funny. You wouldn't have posted that. Because you would have
You feel Clarissa kind of was, maybe correct in what she said, or at least has, something to stand on, being that she is, the.
No, I watched her video on YouTube. I thought it was funny.
Alicia, you look like a amateur, my girl. You look like an amateur tonight. And you.
So that's the piece that she put in there, but y'all know this whole video goes hand in hand, and y'all know when that man asking her about what she said, y'all know what that man talking about. So though you might try to add that Alicia part to try to buffer it a little bit, Clarissa, we all know what that man was asking because everybody is questioning the fact that you took to your damn live, okay, to go over there and drag that girl when she had just been taken out on the stretcher. And now you got the nerve to play this lady talking about it was funny. She thought it was funny because you can't play with us. You might can play with Pat or maybe those kids down there that you're supposed to be raising. You might could play with them, but you can't play with us because we know exactly what this man was asking this woman. Nobody was asking her what you said about no goddamn Alicia Baumgartner because ain't nobody studying what you said about Alicia because anybody who watched the fight knows that Alicia did what Alicia was supposed to do. And she went in there and she beat that girl. Okay? And she didn't buy the judges. She had to stand before judgment just like Chin did. Bo Shin, or however you say her name. Both of them was up against the same thing. Judges that they didn't buy. Unlike you down there in Detroit, allegedly. That's what the people say. I don't know. I don't be at the table. But the people are saying you got them judges in your hip pocket. I don't know, Clarissa. But you do. You do. So you know that lady wasn't talking about no damn Alicia Baumgartner. You put that clip in there because you was trying to soften the blow. But baby, that lady was talking about what you said about Shadeja. And if you were sorry, then you wouldn't have posted that shit on your stories. Okay? You only posted this, like I said. You only posted this because you was getting a lot of backlash. You was getting a lot of backlash from the people. Yeah. The people were not happy. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get into this whole thing about this deal. Because, this $8 million deal stays on the table. It's always talked about. And because most people say it's not really a lucrative deal like she put it out to be, especially since it's a 2-year deal. It's a 2-year deal. You got to have 4 fights, I believe. She got to have 2 years, 4 fights. So she got to take 2 fights a year, okay? And most people say, hey, they got over on her. $8 million is not a lot, especially now that we have learned, like, girls like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor have got $8 million just in one fight. Just one fight alone, they have left out the stadium knowing that they was getting an $8 million purse, a $9 million purse. So you definitely not the highest paid boxer. And then we found out also you wasn't the first boxer to get $1 million like you tried to tell all the people. So that was false. The first boxer to get that $1 million was Amanda Serrano. Okay. And she did an interview with Fat Joe. I should have really talked on that. And I might still do it. Because Amanda Serrano was the first female boxer to get that $1 million. Okay. It was not Clarissa. Clarissa does not make more money than Amanda nor Katie, okay? Because they pulling out $8 million a fight. They pulling out millions per fight, okay? Not per year for 2 years. So if you want to say it that way, you say it. So then she's saying, Clarissa's saying that the most attractive thing about the deal to her was the signing bonus. The signing bonus, not what's in the contract, the signing bonus. So that tells me, right? This is my mind. This is how I think, y'all. This is a part of why I feel like Papoose preyed on her. Because he knew she came from nothing. Because he watched her. He knew her story. He knew her story. Do you think the first time she told her story was from the fire inside that movie? Nah, bro. She had been already telling her story. She had already been talking about how rough life was and what she had to try to overcome. Right? So she already talked about that. He's already aware of all that. And he's the mastermind behind the deal. That's what they keep saying. Pap made it happen. Pap made it happen. Pap made it happen. Okay? So if he the mastermind behind the deal, I feel like he said, oh, she ain't never had nothing. She ain't never had nothing. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is perfect right here. This is perfect right here. Yeah, it's a perfect setup. Let's give her a big signing bonus. Let's give her what the other people not going to give her. Those other people not going to put this money in her hand. But if we put this money in her hand, if we can pull up this much money and give it to her in her hand, we got her. And that's what they did, y'all. That's what they did. They put that $3 million in her hand, that signing bonus, and she thought, I got the best deal. I got the best deal because they put $3 million in my hand. I ain't never stepped in the ring. I ain't never stepped my foot inside the ring, and they gave me $3 million just to sign my name. Just to sign my name. Yeah. That's what she said. It was the signing bonus. That's what got her.
I know Pap game plan now. No, so look, he came in with the handshake or whatever, and I'm just like, all right, cool. And then we had took us a picture.
That ain't it. Hold on. What the world? I put them in back.
I'm excited to finally get it out. I've been keeping it a secret for like a week. It's been the hardest secret ever.
Okay.
Can I say nothing about it?
So tell us about that. I mean, you say that this is, of course, the money's great, but this is a statement to not just the sports world, but the world at large.
Yeah, listen, women in sports have been doing a lot the last past couple of years with the WNBA, soccer, even in boxing. I'm not the only woman who's making money.
Right.
But to have this deal get done, I feel like, I'm getting my just due. I won 2 Olympic gold medals. I have 19 world championships right now.
Come on now.
And I think it's fitting to have this great deal come about. And this is a different talk from the time that me and you last spoke, Nate.
Right. That's great. It's good to hear that. You have, how many fights do you have in this deal?
It's a 2-year contract.
A 2-year contract.
Yeah.
So you get $8 million over the next 2 years.
Yeah, but the best thing about this deal is it's the signing bonus, right? So before I step into the ring, I get a large amount. Before I see the 8 M's is just like the minimum. There's other stuff you get.
Oh.
Best part of her deal was the signing bonus. The best part. So what the fuck is in that deal? Because that shouldn't be the best part of your deal. You should have other perks in there. They should have had sponsorships for you. Your deal should have came with a lot more than just a $3 million signing bonus. You worth more than that. These other girls out here making more than that. And I heard they not as entertaining as you are. I ain't really got into Amanda and Katie, but I hear they out here making way more money than you. So I feel like that man took advantage of the fact that he knew she came from nothing, and he knew that if they could give her a large sum of money, right? If they could give her a large sum of money, that he had her, because she ain't never had nothing. And most people that ain't never had nothing be hungry. They be hungry and they don't know how to handle their money. Hence the reason why she out here taking all that money out to the Louis store and this and that. She don't got no financial advisor, nobody trying to help her keep her money intact. You understand? You out here buying stuff that don't matter to you because you trying to be what? Somebody else, like her man said in the song. If the internet go away, then you can stop. You can be yourself and stop trying to be like everybody else. Yeah, told y'all Pep wrote that song. Y'all better get on board now. That's listen, Papoose wrote his girlfriend a song. Y'all better not go ahead and tell nobody that man ain't never wrote her no song. Shit. I gotta apologize to Clarissa because I told her you writing this man a song and he ain't wrote you no song, and now Pap done wrote her a song. So my apologies to Clarissa, y'all. My apologies. Yeah, yeah. My apologies. So the biggest part of her deal was the 3 mil, y'all. Papoose knew that. I told y'all this man been fatting the frog for the snake this whole time, ever since he seen her down there by herself with no security and nobody watching her. And he said, I gotta, I gotta. I got not Diamond said play that wax song again. I know y'all don't want to hear that thing again. Diamond said play that wax song again. Y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy. Not play that wax song again.
You in a room full of people, you won't feel so alone. Cause everybody's head won't be buried in their phones. Record stores can reopen, a stream dub it. When you buy an album, you can actually touch it. Go to the movie theater, enjoy the best flicks, instead of depreciation on Netflix. Nah, I ain't stuck in the past, put on your seatbelt. Imagine if the internet crashed. You would have to go back to being yourself, instead of trying to be somebody else. Instead of just talking, rappers will put their thoughts into bars. No more GoFundMe, go find a job. Some people will no longer be celebrities. No more Facebook beef, less enemies. Pop Smoke will probably still be with us, cause they wouldn't have seen his location on social media. Even if it's just for a day, how would the world be if they took the internet away?
Check with that whack ass song, Diamond. There it go. Oh, whack ass song. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's listen to. I don't know how I missed this, and I can't think of. I don't know how I missed this. Justin LaVoy. I had these clips forever, but somebody I was listening to last night refreshed my memory because I didn't go as deep into that interview. I did mostly the clips. All right. So we going back a little bit, but I want us to listen to this. And I broke it up into 3 parts so that we could listen to hear and understand what is being said.
No Pep game plan now. No, so look, he came in with the handshake or whatever, and I just like, all right, cool. And then we had took us a picture. And after all the fights, I stand there and do interviews with all the media. So from Fight Hype to Fight Hub to whoever there, I do all the media. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be there for 30 minutes sometime after the fight's over. You know what I'm saying? I either be taking pictures with fans and doing the interview or doing them both at the same time. Right. So while I was there with the camera crew, well, doing the interviews, I seen Pap from my peripheral. He just standing there looking. And I'm like, we already took our picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? And so I think I had kind of got done, but I think he was standing there waiting on me because I didn't have no security. It was just me. That's how I used to travel, just me. Yeah. He was like, I want to make sure that you was good or whatever. But he was like, but we got a picture of your phone. We didn't get one of mine. And I was like, oh, all right. So his cousin took a picture of us. And then, you know, girls got to edit their pictures and get them together. So the next day I inboxed him the picture that I had. Cause I'm like, if you post this one. I don't want you to post yours, post this one. And that's when we had start DMing, and it was more just like, I was fighting 2 weeks later. Yeah. I invited him to my fight. And I put us in a group text and me, him, and my publicist. I'm like, hey, make sure that he's straight. You know what I'm saying? He coming to the fight, whatever. But you know, 9 times out of 10, a lot of times when other celebrities say that they come to your fight, they don't come. Yeah. But I just want to make sure that you at least got the connection to where if you do come, you taken care of. Right. So I did that, and then I put us in a group text, like I said. So she was like, okay, hey, Pap, and she was getting together and stuff. And outside the group text, the next day in the morning, while I'm sitting there eating eggs and broccoli. No, eggs and spinach. You remember that breakfast? No. You know, like, hey, good morning. You know, hey, say Grand Rising, Queen. No. I think if he did, we would not be here today. I think he texted me like, hey, you know, good morning, you know, champ. Like, what we eating? What we eating this morning? I was like, hey, you good? Like, what's up? You know, I was really like I was a little shocked or whatever. Yeah. But I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, whatever. He cute.
So, do y'all remember this a while ago? Over there on Vlad TV, he showed a text message. He showed an Instagram DM. It don't line up with what she's saying. It don't line up at all with what she's saying, Papoose. So now you lied or she lied. Who lied? One of y'all lied. Because you show a picture that you put out that you claimed that you was trying to show the world the date that y'all started talking. Right? She proved that she chased this man. She proved that she allowed herself to be a side chick. She did. But there's been lies told, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because right here, she's saying that she did text him. She linked him up with her publicist so that he could get tickets. Right? That's what she said. He didn't tell us that the first communication they had outside of that fight was him asking her what she had for breakfast. Why would you be worrying about what she having for breakfast? He tried to make it look like Clarissa Shields came after him first, but in reality, if the story is what she said, he's the one who opened the fucking door. And he trying to act like she the one that came after him. But in reality, if it's what this girl said, you went after her, sir. And you did not mind putting it out there that Clarissa Shields was the first one to make that type of move, but it was you. It was you who made that move. But you didn't mind when you was over there with Gilly them telling the world. Oh, no. She jumped in my DM. She jumped in your DM off of some fight shit, even though she was wrong, because she shouldn't have invited you to no fight without inviting your goddamn wife, because she knew you was married. But the whole time, both of y'all had ill intent, because she sit there and said she saw you watching her out of her peripheral. So usually when you see a man watching you, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You might put a little bit extra in it. Huh? You might put a little bit extra. Oh, he watching me. Y'all remember that show? What was it called? Wait to exhale. What that lady said? Oh, I know he watching me. We be knowing. He put a little bit extra something in it. You know, a little bit spice. Oh, that nigga watching me. Shit. I'm gonna get this nigga something to watch. I don't know about y'all, but I damn sure done did it now. What the if you don't turn your damn car with your stupid ass, sorry y'all, I can't stand a dumbass driver. Uh, da, 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 da. He did that to save face, right? But he threw her under the bus to do it. You see what I'm saying? When you went out, when he went over there and said, when that man said, "How y'all get together?" She said, "Pap came at me." He said, "Oh no, she DM'd me. She DM'd me." What? No, nigga, you DM'd her. Talking about what's for breakfast, champ, bitch. I ain't see that. When you went over there showing Gilly all the fucking tea, you ain't show Gilly that. Oh, you just wanted to show the text to say we ain't started talking till 2024 in the DMs. I don't really give a damn when y'all start talking. It don't matter if it was 2020 or 2024. Clarissa Shields was wrong for messing with a married man, especially a known married man. It's not like Papoose was an unknown person. Well, a little bit he was unknown to her because guess what else she said, y'all? Let me see. Let me see what else she said.
You know what I'm saying? So we actually text back and forth for a month and a half before we ever even got on the phone and text we ever got on the phone and talked or anything. We just was always texting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I think somewhere like a little bit after my fight, probably like early August, go out second round when he came. So I showed out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta show out. I knocked out in the second round or whatever. It's my first time going to heavyweight. I'm trying to hang out with Pap. Let me get this fight over with. That's what happened, huh? No. That's not what happened. So so after that, you know, like I said, I do my media stuff. Right. And he asked me, he was like, "Yo, whenever you come to New York, I want to take you on a date or whatever." And I was like, "A date? Okay." Well, for me, I'm like, you gotta let the man be the man. Like, let him take charge. I don't want to be like, oh, but we was already, like I said, we was texting. He had sent me like him hitting the speed bag, him at the gym. I had sent him like some of my music and my poetry that I had did. And he sent me back some of his stuff because I wasn't like, you say you from New York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Flint. So it was like, I'm not like Meek Mill's my favorite rapper growing up. I know some Jay-Z music. I know some as far as in rappers, okay, Tupac, Biggie, Lil Wayne. Right. I didn't know how great Pap was as a rapper. Yeah.
Clarissa, the reason why you knew Meek Mills, Tupac, and Biggie is because they was motherfucking worldwide. Papoose was in the New York underground, girl. How you gonna know him? How you gonna know him? You knew him from Love and Hip Hop with him and his wife. You already told us. Now you gonna sit here and act like you didn't know this man? You knew who Pap was. You used to watch Love and Hip Hop. You said it. You said it. And he not nothing when it come to rap. Girl, that's why he's still sitting here trying to chart at his big old age, 48 years. Try something else. This rap shit ain't for me. It ain't working. Shit. And you still sitting there boosting up his ego. Oh, Pap, he got so much music. That's why I love you, because you be sitting there, oh, yeah, Pap. Oh, yeah, my man is a lyricist. Oh, my man, he can do so much. Oh, my man, my man. She likes Meek Mill's music. Yeah, she said she like Meek Mill's child. She said she always been a fan of Meek Mill. She never been a fan of she never knew Pap. How the fuck you gonna know somebody that don't nobody know except the people that know Remy, shit, they never went nowhere but down there by his feet. They never been nowhere. And they didn't want them to do nothing. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, y'all, I'm at work. Listen, y'all know what to do. Continue to be blessed by being a blessing. Share your smile with somebody, y'all. Share it with somebody. Treat people how you want to be treated, all right? And last but never least, I'll see y'all. Hey.
I can tell you're green with envy. And honey, green is not your color.